Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'asham Yawashai Ba'asham Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere Yakim. And I don't know what I will title this video right now. Maybe woe to them, woe, basically. Woe to Esau, Edom, woe to the oppressors, woe to them that devise iniquity, because that's basically what's in my mind. Because while these small hearts, right, these low level small hearts are out there killing and dying in war, you have Benjamin Netanyahu, not a Jew, that is actually the cause of all these various conflicts between Iran and Palestine, just sitting comfortably in his ivory tower and his children far away from the violence of war. It's funny how, if you look at the situation in these war-torn countries, a lot of these high-profile military um, positions, right? These high-profile military leaders, your generals and the like, and your political leaders and the like, all their children are always off in Babylon the Great, or Australia, as far away as possible from the violence, while everybody else gets to perish in that same violence. That's just how Esau Edom operates, right? Because historically, you know how it was historically when you would have the kings and the rulers in the front lines of the battle with the soldiers. Didn't necessarily have to participate, but at least they were there, right? But this is the book of Micah 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. And so they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for the time is evil. And the reason why I'm reading this precept is because now you're finding out from simple research, of course. You can go and even do this research on your own by yourself. In fact, let's do a little experiment right now, Let's see whether Esau has taken it down. So basically the question is Benjamin, right? Netzen, not a Jew, and his real name. And what you will find out is that his real name is I forgot what the hold on. Let me look for that. I forgotten what the name was, like some Polish name or something like that. So let's look at this. So let me see. Let's try the Britannica. Shalom. So lucky about that. Now I'm trying to look for this thing, but Esau is hiding the information, so I can't find it. The only thing the only thing I could even see was a Reddit article going into it. I can't find it anywhere. So basically, they're hiding the information about his real name. So you have to do a little more digging now to find it. I don't have time to be doing all that right now. So back to what I was saying, right? Because this video isn't actually about whether his name is actually his true real name is actually what it is, but rather it's going into what the the video I'm responding to was talking about. How you see that both Benjamin, Netanyahu, his son, and you also have the case with a lot of those small hearts that are over there in the state of Israel right now, that their bloodline right, through DNA. And of course, DNA is going off, right? It's not exactly a science, right? It's way too inaccurate, but even still, you see that their bloodline is going back to Europe, going back to different parts of Europe, which is why we say against this family. Because what you'll find out is that all these Europeans, all these white Europeans, including the Russians, they are all Edomites, right, according to the scriptures. And that's why I'm talking about this family. Because all you Edomites, right, the Most High, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, is preparing judgment for you, which is why you see that in, well, really, not even just in World War Three, but sorry, not even just in World War Two, but all the presidents of the United States, right? And I'm not sure about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, but you have all the presidents of the United States being related by blood, being distant relatives of each other. And the same thing happened during World War Two. Was it King George, Sir Nicholas, and there was another king again. I've forgotten the name of the third king. There were three different kings in Europe during that time. Was it World War Two or World War One? It's like I have to bear with me. I'm mixing up my dates right now. Sir Nicholas, King George, and one other monarch. You find out that they were actually related to each other. So let me see. Let me see. There was another person. There was another person. Yeah, Kaiser Wilhelm. Now I remember. So, okay, I was trying to remember it. But yeah, Sir Nicholas, Kaiser Wilhelm, and King George III, which was they were the three monarchs, Russia, Germany, and England during the time of the first, was it the First World War? I have to look into that as well. So let me just check it. Let me just check it. Let me type who are related just to show you what I'm talking about, right? Because this is also another historical fact. But really, what this is showing you is that all these Europeans, they belong to the same bloodline, which is of course Esau Edom. Okay, and you see, let me just look into this, and you'll see we'll talk about it right here. Kaiser Wilhelm II, King George V, and Sir Nicholas II. And what you'll find out is that they were all cousins, okay? So let's just read it here so that you can see. One aspect of the war upon which she remarks is the close connection among the three principal monarchs of the age: Kaiser Wilhelm II of Germany, King George V of England, and Tsar Nicholas II of Russia. In fact, they were all cousins with each other, and I'm pretty sure that they would have been that they would have been small hearts as well. But at the end of the day, they were all Edomites, showing you that all of these devils, all these so-called Europeans, so-called white people, right? The red man, they all belong to the same family. I have the same situation with all the presidents of the United States. This is why we say, right, and we believe in this truth that the Rockefellers, are also part of the Rothschild banking family, are a branch of the Rothschild banking family, because this is what this is this big secret of the elites of Esau Edom. They all belong to the same family. And you also have Hitler, right? Adolf. I think his name is a buzzword on YouTube. But you have Adolf also being a part of the Rothschild family. I believe it was Schickel Gruber. I think I've forgotten the exact. He was the bastard son of one of these Rothschilds. I've forgotten the exact Rothschilds. I'm not going to mention any names, okay? But that's how the story goes. So you are seeing that it is one family, all right? These Edomites, you are seeing even in this time, you can still connect these devils to each other, showing you that they are still one. It's still the same group of people. It's still that same family of Esau Edom, not only ruling over the earth, not only oppressing our people, but you see but also claiming and stealing our heritage. Man, Esau got a laundry list of crimes right now. But yeah, like I was saying, they were all cousins with each other. William and George were first cousins. George and Nicholas were also first cousins. Wilhelm and Nicholas were third cousins, and it even gives you a whole family tree about it. I'm not really going to go into that, because that's not what this video is about. What this video is about is facing Esau Edom, right? And what you're noticing now, what is being exposed, this is the great thing about the prophecies, right, and scriptures and these events. They are all being exposed. Esau Edom is being exposed, right? The truth about these devils is being exposed. It's all coming to light right now. So what you are finding out is that it's not only Benjamin Netanyahu, but also all these other so quote unquote small hearts in the state of Israel. They also belong to this line as well. Where you find out that they have more DNA, which is off again, but let's just go with it. More DNA, quote unquote, matches with Europeans than with Middle Easterners, and the reason why is because that's the immediate family of the small hearts, because they are Edomites, okay? And then what I wanted to say again, there was something else I wanted to mention. I can't remember it, so I'm just going to move on. But like I was saying, they have a match with other Europeans because they are Edomites, right? And that's the reason why, you know, well, really, it's lucky I lost my train of thought completely. I wanted to, I forgot that I wanted to mention something else, but I forgot what it was. Going into these small hearts, most especially this whole situation with Benjamin not Netanyahu, right? And right now, their heritage and their true nationality is being exposed. And in these last days, this is the good thing about these last days, as is written that wisdom shall be increased on the earth. And now these, these devils are being exposed for who they truly are. So you are finding out that these small hearts aren't even, that these small hearts don't even belong in the land, because you know where they are truly from. Mount Seir, right? But let me get this precept first. It should be Idumea. So this is the book of Ezekiel 36 verse 5, and it reads, "Therefore thus saith Adawan Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their hearts, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey." Right, so it's not just Esau, Edom, right? Amalek, by way of the small hearts that are facing the judgments of the Most High, but it's you heathen as well. Because, like I said, this whole DNA thing is bullshit, man. Because at the end of the day, Netanyahu and these Europeans, they are still Edomites, right? But your DNA can only go so far down the heritage of a people, and can only know so much about them. And the inaccuracies still pile up, because if you go into the science of how this DNA is actually done, it's actually, very, very inconsistent, and not even a proper metric for knowing somebody's ancestry. Okay, but that's beside the point. Like I was saying, right? It's not just these small hearts, but also the hidden around about them that they are even fighting against. That's your Palestine, even this Iran that they're fighting against. Saudi Arabia, all the heathen that are that are in that land. You also are going to be a part of this judgment as well, because you also have spoiled, not just the land of the not just the land, right, the holy land, but the people as well of the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai. And that's why this same judgment will come upon you, right? The Most High is going to bring the fire of his indignation upon them as well. Okay, and after I'm telling you that this whole DNA thing is going off, because at the end of the day, it does not point the ancestry of our people, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, to the land of Israel. Nor does it point the ancestry of Esau, Edom, right, Netanyahu and his kind, to Mount Seir, right? Showing you that that whole DNA thing is going off because it does not give you the true ancestry of a people, but rather just shows you where majority of the people that have the same genetic sequences as you live in. That's really what that DNA is for. Okay. But once again, you see that there is now even more questions being asked about the validity of the heritage which these small hearts claim, right? Are they really the people? Do they really belong in that land? Well, really, nobody that is currently living in that land belongs in that land, except for, well, nobody that is really living in that land right now belongs in that land, okay? But we already know what time it is, as it's written, that Jerusalem shall be trodden of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Luke 21, verse 23. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. And this has already been fulfilled during the time of 70 AD, or during the periods of 67 to 70 AD, which is the fall of Jerusalem. Luke 21, verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall lead away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And your times, you Gentiles, is coming to an end. Hey, TikTok goes the doomsday clock, and at the return of our Lord Yahushai, is going to clear out the land of all the Gentiles, small hearts, Palestine, Iraq, Iran, all those everywhere that is in the whole, all the heathen round about that is in the holy lands, they are all going to be removed to make way for our people returning. Okay, and that's the story right there. You see that the small hearts that claim to be the people, they have no historical heritage to that land. And even Esau Edom's pseudoscience is telling you that. Imagine that. Well, you know what they say, broken clock is right twice a day, right? So with that, I'll end the video right there. Once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Basham Yawashai, Basham Rakakwadash, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom.